Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and today we're making this fun freedom layout using the new Close to My Heart Artbooking Cricut cartridge. So let's take a look at the sizing I've used here. This cartridge is tricky because in some cases you just use the relative dial size, which is the default on the machines, and sometimes you use the real dial size, as you can see here. I did that because I needed those sizes to be exactly what I wanted. And so if you use real dial size, you know you're going to get exactly what you want. Let's get started. First off, we're going to go ahead and use some repositionable stick-in spray to spray the back of the overlay. I've found that while this stinks, does not smell good, guys, it is the most effective way to get a nice sticky background. Next up, I would take that black mat you can see in the background with the numbers is a Versa mat from Close to My Heart. And I love it because it's got the numbers on the outside. And I'm using painter's tape to tape down my background paper that I'm going to adhere the overlay to. That means it won't shift. Sometimes I have that problem. As you start to try to set this down, sometimes static electricity happens and the thing starts moving and you get some problems. So this seemed to be the easiest way to do it. So I get that set down and then I just go ahead and smooth it out. Next up, then I'll be using this, it's called the Xyron X, and it's a way to make a sticker out of any kind of cut you have. It's very handy with the Cricut. You can find these at Joann's, Michael's, whatnot. I think without a coupon it's $10, so with it's, you know, $6. So it's great. You want to be sure to really smooth that down, otherwise you get all these glue boogers and it's horrible. So be sure to smooth it down like you saw me do there. My Freedom is actually made from white glitter paper. So, and I'm not sure that shows up, which is too bad because it was pretty, it's pretty nice. The nice thing is if you don't press this down too hard initially, you have a little room, as you see, to pry back up and try again. And yeah, so I'm trying to pick off the slight little bits of glue that come out. Next up, I'm just using some black ink and one of the stamp sets that comes with the Close to My Heart Artbooking Cricut bundle to go ahead and stamp my journaling spot. I decided to lay that on some gray background so I could actually see what I was doing. So it was getting to be hard to see it. And I love this background because it makes some nice journaling lines. You can see some holes in the top of these two flag shapes. I didn't really worry about getting rid of those or cutting them off because I'm going to slide them under that Freedom. So I just didn't even really concern myself with it. Now I just use my Scotch ATG to cut that down and I layer those together. Very simple. Now I'm going to finish putting the rest of the elements together, just using my Zig two-way pen, which I have a love-hate relationship with, as I might have mentioned. Used to love it, now not sure, sometimes don't like it. Just use a lot of glue when you use it. That's my advice with it. Don't be stingy or it falls off, I'm telling you. Now here I'm showing you I had to line up those stars because they are not uniform as they sit on there. So you want to try it out before you stick down. You'll see I'm kind of, is it that way? Wait, is it, you know, just you want to take a look because they're not exactly uniform and make sure you get them stuck down right. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and just put this layered star shape together. And one of those, some of those circles I cut from the beginning because I knew I wanted to layer that star shape with the yellow. So that's what happened there. This isn't the most effective way to have done that, just FYI. Probably would have been better to use the Zig two-way pen, but hey, whatever, it's working. Moving on, we're going to start looking at putting the frames together, and there are some of the circles I told you I had cut out at the beginning, and I'm using those to back those star shapes. I thought that would make a nice little contrast. I'm also using some just regular Scotch tape to tape that on. It's a lot easier if you do it that way. Also, be sure to lay out your frame the correct way, and then when you're going to go ahead and back with something, make sure you turn it over the correct way. Not shown here, I did it the incorrect way and put that red circle on the wrong side, which I discovered and had to re-pick up. So just be sure you do that. I find this Scotch glue, you know, just regular, this tape to be very handy when dealing with frames in particular. So something to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and then tape the backs of these onto here. Now keep in mind that light blue section, for if you're really making this as a layout for yourself, you would actually put your photo there. So that's something to keep in mind, that would actually be photo. I don't know if you'd want to tape it down like I did, or if you'd want to adhere it to the layout and then tape the frame over it. That would really be your own personal preference right there. But for purposes of watching this, that's why I did it that way. Just because, there you go. All right. Finally, I'm going to get that all stuck down, and then I test out where I want to exactly put my elements. This is very similar to the layout in the handbook. I just added a couple things. I just added another layer to the star, and I added the journaling block, and then I decided to put some gems just to dress up the layout. I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Remember, this is all from the Close to My Heart Artbooking Cricut Cartridge Bundle. I know that's a mouthful. And you're going to be able to see what's in that in just a second here on the video. Have a great day. Take care.